This is a whole crying shame. This is just pure survival at this point. This is pure survival at this point. Salute to Lori in the building. I see Lori got that blue star. That blue star. Salute to Lori. She's a member. And this is pure survival at this point, guys. So I need you guys to smash that like button soon as you come in the building. That's the first thing I need y'all to do during survival. Because y'all know when we are surviving Diddy Glover, it can get very brutal. It can get very brutal. You know what I mean? When we're surviving Diddy Glover. This is a crying shame. You know what I'm saying? Like, we must pray for the clone Jamie Foxx. We must pray for the clone Jamie Foxx. Surviving the fact that we must pray for the clone Jamie Foxx. I don't know if this is the real Jamie Foxx or the fake Jamie Foxx, but it doesn't matter. Okay? Diddy Glover is running around snitching. This motherfucker is snitching on the industry. And he told us all. This is why, like I said, I believe this. I believe it with all my heart. But I have to say allegedly because there's too much shit going on right now in the industry, behind the scenes, and us as bloggers and reporters, you know what I mean? Because I'm a comedic blogger, I'm a comedic blogger, I must react. I must react at once during survival. Salute to all of y'all coming in the building. So, this is breaking news, guys. This is breaking news, okay? Now, y'all heard Diddy Glover. Diddy Glover allegedly turned over 26 tapes with nothing but sperm. With nothing but sperm, ball juice, vagina juice, all kinds of stuff on these tapes. Y'all thought that it was a game. We've been talking about these tapes since last year, okay? And now that Diddy Glover knows that he's about to go down, he done hired he got OJ's lawyer right now. This man got OJ Simpson's lawyer. Surviving the fact that the man went and got OJ Simpson's lawyer. You know what I'm saying? This is pure survival at this point. We must survive. If it was up to Diddy Glover, they would have went and dug up Johnny Cochran. They would have dug up Johnny. Said, Johnny, we need you to wake up. You know what I mean? And rest in peace to Johnny Cochran. I don't mean no disrespect by saying that. But Diddy Glover, he's at desperation. He's so desperate right now, he would do anything. Surviving the fact that Diddy Glover would do anything. So for you to bring in the clone Jamie Foxx, for you to do that, like Diddy Glover, like I get that you are taking everybody down with you. I get that, sir. You feel like when these freak off parties was happening and all this freak stuff with all kinds of people, little boys, grown men, you know what I mean, young girls, all these alleged things that was happening, you is like, look, I wasn't the only motherfucker attending this shit. Now we heard Jamie Foxx speaking out about the parties. And Jamie Foxx, this is why I believe this, guys. Like I told y'all, this is allegedly. But the reason why I believe that they done sat down with Jamie Foxx, the feds, is a picture with Jamie Foxx in an interrogation room. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, after Diddy Glover, that the feds allegedly ran into Beyonce and Jay-Z's mansion out there in California. Okay? So now all of a sudden, they're going to go after the clone Jamie Foxx after Jamie was sick for damn near 6 months. Surviving the fact that Jamie Foxx was sick for almost 6 months. Nobody don't even know if that motherfucker is real. You had Jamie Foxx's daughter came out and said, look, my dad been acting weird as shit. He been just standing in the corner, singing into the corners and, you know what I mean, talking about, DJ, won't you play this girl a love song? And she said, look, Dad, I don't want you to play me a love song. I want to know if this is really you, dude. You know what I mean? This is crazy. Like last year when I started to survive Diddy Glover, it happened last year. When Diddy Glover allegedly had something to do with Jamie Foxx getting sick. And then y'all wonder why I believe this. During survival. Jamie Foxx most seriously got sick because he kept talking about them parties. Jamie Foxx knew too much. And now the fact that Jamie Foxx came back from the dead, Diddy Glover said, "Fuck it, he going down too." This is crazy, guys. This is literally crazy. The industry done lost its goddamn mind. Beyonce running around stealing music. We calling her thief Anse. We calling her thief Anse. You heard what that girl said. They done stole her publishing. So you think that I don't supposed to believe this? But my whole thing is Jamie Foxx is not even really Jamie Foxx right now. Why would you, Diddy Glover, why would you put Jamie Foxx involved in your freak shit? The man was recording at the parties and stuff. We get that. He admitted he was at the party. And you should have an attitude because Jamie Foxx always had a camera in his goddamn hand. Constantly. But Jamie Foxx was just trying to capture the moments. He was trying to capture the moments. But Diddy Glover had an attitude because he knew Jamie Foxx was capturing stuff that they didn't want us to see that was happening at the parties. Surviving Diddy Glover's party. And 50 Cent talked about how the crazy shit that goes on at your party. Diddy Glover, you can't deny the parties. You know what I mean? We can't. And you wanted to keep partying in your 90s and your hundreds. You wanted to keep partying and going out finding girls named Young Miami. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want a girl with a name Young Miami? You know what I'm saying? Right now, Diddy Glover, the next girl that you date, the next woman you date, you better go to the nursing home. You know, you better go to the nursing home and find you a nice old tenderoni that's around your age. That's around your age. You know what I'm saying? This is pure survival at this point. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, guys, allegedly, the feds done sat down with Jamie Foxx, and now poor Jamie Foxx. The motherfucker, we done made fun of the man. We said, that's not Jamie on the boat. I don't know who that is on that boat, but that's not Jamie Foxx. Then he came out with a movie called They Cloned Tyrone. He was speaking to us through the movie. He was speaking to us through the movie. And Diddy Glover was allegedly involved in that. This is pure survival at this point. So Diddy Glover, for you to go tell on Jamie Foxx after you allegedly tried to take him out like a blind date. You tried to take Jamie Foxx out like a blind date. Surviving the fact that you tried to take him out like a blind date. And then now you're going to bring this back to Jamie. You know what I mean? Jamie just had allegedly a woman came out and said that Jamie Foxx, dug his fingers in her vagina while he was on a balcony or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Right after the man just come out of a coma. This is pure survival at this point. Diddy Glover is going after everybody in Hollywood. So I'm telling y'all right now, if Jamie Foxx sat down with them and they already got 26 tapes with sperm on that motherfucker, I'm talking about still had chlamydia all over the tapes. This is pure survival. And I'm praying for you, Jamie. I'm definitely gonna pray for you because Diddy Glover is at a very desperate state right now. He's taking everybody down. He mad at Jay-Z because Jay-Z neglected his ass at the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? He know his ship is sinking. Battleship sunk. You know what I mean? And he already been saying he taking everybody down in the industry. So it does make sense to me. This is why I believe the motherfucking shit. It makes sense. Why not go get Jamie Foxx when Jamie Foxx got all that stuff on tape? So you know Diddy Glover sat down with the motherfucking feds and said, look, if you want to go to somebody to get some more tape, some more sperm, you know what I'm saying, go on over to Jamie Foxx. We don't care if he ain't feeling well or not. Go over there to that motherfucker. Whether it's the real Jamie Foxx or the clone Jamie Foxx, both of them motherfuckers. Go check out both of them. Diddy Glover, that's just pure desperation at this point. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like if you can't do the time, Diddy Glover, don't do the crime. If you can't do the time, Diddy Glover, then don't do the crime. Cause this is just crazy to just bring Jamie Foxx in the whole situation. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? When all the man did was just record. All the man did was just record. And they did say that it was supposed to be an alleged love affair between you and Jamie Foxx. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is if you guys was lovers. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, you wouldn't have did that to Wanda. In my opinion, you wouldn't have never did that to Wanda. If Jamie Foxx showed up at Diddy Glover's house as Wanda, you wouldn't have never did this. Surviving the fact that if he would have showed up as Wanda, talking about, hey, for real though, word up. Hey, for real though. You would have never done this, Diddy Glover. This is just hideous, guys. We must meditate. Y'all know every time during survival, we must meditate. It's just the bottom line. We must meditate. We got to do it for Jamie Foxx. I got to clear my throat. Ooh, they say I had it bad. Addicted to what we had. Heartbreaks faded fast. Vitals low might not last. Strapped down while sirens ring. Holding on, trying to breathe. Not like this, I can live. Look what you've done to me. I overdosed on you. They said I overdosed on you. Cause I want you close, need you the most. Without you, I'm just through. This is pure survival at this point. Jamie Foxx, he done overdosed over Diddy Glover. He done overdosed on Diddy Glover. Surviving the fact that Jamie Foxx overdosed over Diddy Glover. Diddy, you is a goddamn stone cold rat, dude. I'm sorry to say that. Like, I don't care if a motherfucker snitch on somebody. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I mean? I got friends from my neighborhood that's in their 40s that'll call me. And the neighborhood I haven't lived in since 2012. Motherfucker will call me. Grown ass man, 45, 46. Talking about, yo, guess who snitching? Or guess who got shot? I'll be like, I don't give a fuck. You 45 years old, got kids in college, and you worried about who the hell snitching. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Well, what are they gonna say? Oh, Jamil on YouTube's telling jokes? Surviving the fact that grown men still calling people snitches and they think it's handsome? I don't give a shit who's telling. But I do care if Diddy Glover tells on somebody, now that hit different. If Diddy Glover tell. You know what I'm saying? But this is crazy. If all these parties, everybody was having a good time, doing what they was doing, and now now Diddy Glover is just taking everybody down. Diddy Glover is just taking everybody down at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I had to make sure that I had to look at the receipts. And Jamie Foxx been trying to separate himself from you. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Foxx damn near died like 26 times last year, dude. 26 tapes, and he died 26 times last year. We don't even know if this the clone Jamie Foxx that they done ran up on and got in the interrogation room, or we don't know if it's the real Jamie Foxx. All we know is that this is really messed up for you to stoop that low, Diddy Glover, to take everybody down with you. This is crazy, guys. But Jamie Foxx been trying to separate yourself when he knew the feds was coming. And I found the proof, because Jamie Foxx got them tapes. Jamie Foxx got his own tapes. This is crazy.
Also, I threw a party for Puff. Puff comes and big party. It's like 2,000. Puff is there, and it's all about him. And I'll never forget. He got mad at me a little bit because I would follow him, and I would actually follow him with a camera, because at that time Puff was the biggest guy in the world. Watch.
Now you see that? Diddy Glover was getting mad at Jamie Foxx because he was following him around with a camera. And Diddy Glover didn't want nobody to know what was happening at them parties. And Jamie Foxx was too vocal. And last year, Diddy Glover tried to silence him, allegedly. This is all starting to make sense to me, guys. Y'all gotta smash that like button. If you ain't gonna do it for me, do it for Jamie Foxx. Surviving the fact that y'all need to hit that like button and do it for Jamie Foxx. This is pure survival at this point.
With a camera, because at that time Puff was the biggest guy in the world. Watch you benefit from it. Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch.
Nick Cannon used to sleep on his couch.
So I threw a party for Puff. Puff comes and big party. It's like 2,000. Puff is there, and it's all about him. And I'll never forget. He got mad at me a little bit because I would follow him, and I would actually follow him with a camera, because at that time Puff was the biggest guy in the world. Watch you benefit from it. Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch. Wow. 13 years old.
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And this is why they looking for him. You had Nick Cannon, 13 years old, sleeping on Jamie Foxx's couch. And Jamie, I'm not trying to say that it was a love affair or anything like that going on with you. But this is why Diddy Glover, they're turning everything over. They're going at Usher next too. Usher, you and the Genitals, let's go. You in the Grammy Awards, what was that? The Super Bowl performance. Let's go. You and Alicia Keys' Residue. Let's go. You know what I mean? Salute to Patricia. Just hit that super chat. Surviving the fact that Patricia just showed the players some love. Thank you so much, Patricia. Blessings to you too. But don't you think that that was inappropriate? Nick Cannon laying on Jamie Foxx's bed at 13 years old. Them feds is coming back for all of that stuff. But Diddy Glover, when you was wrestling with Usher over some cereal, ain't nobody say nothing about that. It was being normalized. Now you want to tell to have everybody else go to jail. This is just pure survival at this point.
Sleep on my couch. Get out of here. 13 years old.
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it.
So it looks like Jamie Foxx is trying to make everyone forget that he was a regular at Diddy's parties for years. And word on the street is that Jamie is terrified that his own skeletons will start falling out of the closet now that the FBI has reportedly launched an investigation into Diddy's allegations.
Now y'all hear that, right? Jamie Foxx knew once he got out the hospital that once Diddy Glover couldn't take him out last year when Jamie Foxx was in the hospital, y'all thought that shit was just, no, we all knew that it was weird. We all knew that it was weird and spooky, but Diddy Glover's name was mixed into that last year. You know what I'm saying? Around this time when Jamie Foxx most mysteriously got sick and Diddy Glover's name was tied into that. Then you got Keefe D that was involved in Tupac's murder. Diddy Glover name came up in that. And he kept trying to throw us records and CDs. Oh, this Love album. It's just the way I just want everybody to just love it when they hear it, when you hold on to the music. Like, he kept trying to fucking convince us that he was just all nothing but love. But it was a bunch of shit that was already coming for him. And that's why he shouted out Cassie, because he was hoping Cassie was going to buy into that shit and let him go. But that's what would open up Pandora's box. But when Cassie did what she did, it opened up Pandora's box. So now that Jamie Foxx survived and came back, whether he's the clone Jamie Foxx or the real Jamie Foxx, Diddy Glover is like, damn, I couldn't get rid of him. But now if I send the feds to him, Jamie Foxx already admitted to having the tapes. Jamie Foxx already admitted to recording at the man's house. Surviving the fact that Jamie Foxx already admitted it. This is pure survival at this point. You know what I mean?
Sleep on my couch.
This is pure survival.
So I threw a party for Puff. Puff comes and big party. It's like 2,000. Puff is there. And it's all about him. And I'll never he got mad at me a little bit because I would follow him and I would actually follow him with a camera. Because at that time, Puff was the biggest guy in the world. Watch who benefited from him. Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch. Get out of here. 13 years old.
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it.
So it looks like Jamie Foxx is trying to make everyone forget that he was a regular at Diddy's parties for years. And word on the street is that Jamie is terrified that his own skeletons will start falling out of the closet now that the FBI has reportedly launched an investigation into Diddy's allegations. Viral reports on social media claim that Cassie has handed a ton of incriminating evidence against Diddy to the feds, including video and audio recordings.
I told y'all that. Salute to the 821 people. Cassie, damn, I got to clear my shit, guys. Listen, Cassie, y'all got to remember I got asthma too. Okay, so if y'all hear me doing this wheezing and shit, this because I didn't take my nebulizer. I didn't take my nebulizer in a couple days. You know what I'm saying? Or my albuterol. But listen to what I'm telling you. Cassie was the first one that turned over the tapes to the feds. Cassie is the one that allegedly turned over the first tapes. Pay attention to what I'm saying to y'all. Jamie Foxx most seriously got sick when he started speaking about the parties. And Diddy Glover tried to silence him last year. We still don't know if that's the real Jamie Foxx. He was up there on stage talking and saying jokes. It didn't sound the same. It was just, who the hell is that man up that motherfucker? It looked like him, but it don't feel like him. You know what I'm saying? So we still don't even know if this the clone Jamie Foxx that the feds allegedly, sat down with. We don't know yet. But Diddy Glover I guess they saying, because Diddy Glover feel like they about to send him to the moon. They about to send that man to the moon. So he's saying to himself, damn, if I take down Jay-Z, if I take down Beyonce and her alleged cocaine problem, if I take them down, it's going to lessen his time. And if we take Jamie Foxx, we can lessen our time. Diddy is just feeling like, yo, I ain't got no motherfucking choice. These other people been in the industry. So it makes sense to me because Diddy was mad at Jamie Foxx for always recording things that wasn't supposed to be on the camera. So when the feds was launching this shit off, Cassie set it off with the first bit of tapes. So Diddy Glover said, look, fuck it. I'm going to turn in 26 tapes that I have with the cream on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I let the feds know. And he pretty much pointing out what everybody else was doing in them tapes. Diddy Glover. But what about the stuff? Now the feds sit down with Jamie Foxx. You think that Jamie Foxx, the real Jamie Foxx or the fake Jamie Foxx is not going to tell on you? It's going to turn back on you regardless, Diddy Glover. You trying to bring all of them down with you, Diddy Glover. But the whole thing, you could even ask Mel Gibson. It's all going to turn back on you. Salute to the 1,000 people in the building. We are surviving the fact that Diddy is running around snitching on everybody in the industry. Next thing you know, you're going to tell on Clive Davis. You're going to tell on Clive Davis, and they don't care if Clive Davis is 1,112 years old. They don't care if Clive Davis is 1,112 years old. You know what I'm talking about? They will. You'll see his old ass walking to the med line in prison. He be just old pushing that motherfucking thing, and they don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody can go to jail, but Diddy, you are at pure desperation at this point. You know what I mean? Pure desperation. And Jamie Foxx been trying to separate himself, but a lot of people, it's hard for them to get away. They trying to get Russell Simmons and bring that motherfucker back. They don't care. They said, Russell, you uncross your legs. We don't give a fuck how peaceful and meditational you are, sir. You coming back with us to the United States. They trying to go back and get that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not playing right now. You know, and we are already seeing everything happen in the industry that's unfolding. All because of one weak link. All because Diddy could not keep his ass in the house and keep his pecker to himself. This is where it comes that boiled down to. Jay-Z and his hairstyle been hiding his secrets for a long time, like Victoria. He been hiding his secrets for all this time. Beyonce allegedly been hiding her cocaine problem for all this time. We've been saying weird shit with her, you know, singing and dancing to her own music, you know, but we didn't know. Diddy Glover is the one that kept partying, and all of them motherfuckers is 90-something, 100-something years old, they coming for them. That was in the 90s doing what they was doing, they coming for them. This is pure survival at this point. You know what I mean? Salute to the 1,000 people. Y'all got to smash that like button. There's 1,000 people in the building. My birthday is in 9 days, goddammit. I'll be 42. You know what I'm saying? In 9 days. And I'm going live with my birthday cake, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is pure survival at this point.
That Jamie is terrified that his own skeletons will start falling out of the closet now that the FBI has reportedly launched an investigation into Diddy's allegations. Viral reports on social media claim that Cassie has handed a ton of incriminating evidence against Diddy to the feds, including video and audio recordings, text messages, emails, and even Diddy's ex Kim Porter's old burner phone. Allegedly, some of the emails Cassie submitted as evidence name several high-profile industry men, from preachers to Hollywood actors, who partook in those freak-off sessions. Now, if these men were just getting busy with other consenting adults at these freak-offs, we wouldn't have an issue. But see, the problem is that these incriminating emails allegedly describe these men and doing you-know-what with underage boys. So how does this all relate to Jamie Foxx? Well, Jamie himself admitted that he used to attend Diddy's parties for years, and back in the 90s, he was even in charge of recording them. On top of that, fans are looking at Jamie sideways because
You know, you see that? If Jamie Foxx would have saw this coming, you know what I mean? I got fog on my shit. I'm still trying to see y'all through the fog. Like, fuck it. I'm Charleston White. I'm doing it with one eye out this motherfucker. But no, anyway, guys, Jamie Foxx was recording stuff. Salute to the 1,100 people in the building. Jamie Foxx been had recordings of what was going on at them parties. He didn't know that this shit was going to come around, but Diddy Glover is snitching on everybody, guys. He fuck around and tell on y'all. He mess around and tell on y'all. This shit is getting real right now. Salute to the 1,200 people in the building, God damn it. Surviving Diddy Glover.
Allegedly, some of the emails Cassie submitted as evidence name several high-profile industry men, from preachers to Hollywood actors, who partook in those freak-off sessions. Now, if these men were just getting busy with other consenting adults at these freak-offs, we wouldn't have an issue. But see, the problem is that these incriminating emails allegedly describe these men and doing you-know-what with underage boys. So how does this all relate to Jamie Foxx? Well, Jamie himself admitted that he used to attend Diddy's parties for years, and back in the 90s, he was even in charge of recording them. On top of that, fans are looking at Jamie sideways because an interview recently resurfaced where Jamie talked about 13-year-old Nick Cannon sleeping in his house. Of course, fans immediately thought of Usher and Diddy and the whole Puffy Flavor Camp situation.
And y'all already know that this alleged love affair, these two used to fight over cereal and milk. Diddy Glover and Usher used to fight over cereal and milk. And we can't blame Usher. Usher did a phenomenal job at the Grammys. I'm talking about those motherfuckers on them skates and all that shit. He was incredible. I don't care if he held on to Alicia Keys' butt the whole damn time. I don't care. Swiss Beats ain't care either. It was a wonderful time for Usher. Don't you wish if you was a man, you was Usher in that moment when you got the husband that didn't even give a fuck? He told Usher, Swiss Beats pretty much was telling Usher, look, hold her tighter, put her hand right there, put her hands right there. He didn't even give a shit. He knew how much money they was gonna make. This is just entertainment, goddammit. Usher got married 5 minutes later. But Usher, as soon as Usher took his hands off of Alicia Keys' butt, that motherfucker went and walked down the aisle. People was throwing rice all at him. So he didn't give a shit. Usher got married out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That night. And Diddy Glover, see, everybody else is happy right now, but Diddy Glover is the one that's not happy. Think about this. Usher survived Diddy Glover. He went through what he went through as a kid. We can't judge him. We cannot judge him, but we must let it burn. Diddy Glover, we must let it burn right now. For the 1,200 people in the building, we must tell Diddy Glover that he must let it burn. Usher done went out and got married, made history at the goddamn Grammys. Jamie Foxx survived Diddy Glover and came back, and they done cloned Tyrone. We don't even know if he's real or fake. We don't even know if the Jamie Foxx that they got out now is used by a remote control. They probably got Jamie Foxx in a Bluetooth speaker. Like, you probably got a Bluetooth that motherfucker to move and shake, and you know what I'm saying? Look, press a button. All right, this will act like the old Jamie Foxx. Push that button right there. Like, he probably ran by a Bluetooth speaker. We don't know. During survival of the industry is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that everybody else is happy, Jay-Z in his hairstyle, you know what I mean? He's showing off at the Grammys. Thief Anse done stole this girl's publishing and been stealing other people's publishing. And Jay-Z act like he had an attitude because ain't nobody been showing her love. Oh, I found out today, sir, those songs that you talking about, she was posted, why she didn't get nominated for Album of the Year? She ain't even write those motherfucking songs, dude. You got these motherfuckers working at McDonald's. The people who wrote those songs. And y'all got billions of dollars, ain't trying to get nobody no goddamn money. That's why I don't care about surviving you people. I don't care about surviving you people and calling y'all out for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that got done dirty dealing with these motherfucking entities. That's why I told y'all it's pure survival. Why do y'all think I meditate? Y'all think I meditate for no reason during survival? Can't you tell that I need my albuterol? I need my albuterol because I've been surviving every day and trying to bring y'all different, you know what I mean? Everything. I've been doing it every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm very consistent. I do a show at least 3 times a damn day or 4 or 5 sometimes during survival because I love y'all. I mean, and I'm not going to let these motherfuckers trick y'all. I'm going to call them out every time. But Usher is happy now. He done made history at the Grammys. Why don't you let him go, Diddy Glover? Why don't you let him go? So he feel like, damn, all right, everybody else happy. I'm the only one that's being talked about like a dog, and the lawsuits coming out every 2 minutes and 3 minutes. Jay-Z acting like he happy and don't give a fuck about me no more. Don't want to sit down and eat lunch, nothing. Don't want to go to brunch, nothing. Disassociated the bullshit out of me. So I get why Diddy is at a point of desperation. And Diddy saying, well, look, if I'm going down, I'm taking a whole bunch of motherfuckers with me. That's how he feel, goddammit. This is pure survival at this point. Pure survival. This man been going through this shit since he was a kid. Look how he used to have to look in Diddy's eyes. He's smiling like, damn, I know I got to cuddle with him later on tonight. I know I got to cuddle with this grown man later on tonight. But I'm still, long as I can become a big star, I'm going to have to just hug him and spoon and cuddle him tonight. That's how the man felt. I can read his mind now. I can see his halo. I can see his galo. I can see Usher's galo because of you guys. You know what I mean? Because of you, Diddy. This is pure survival at this point.
Jamie talked about 13-year-old Nick Cannon sleeping in his house. Of course, fans immediately thought of Usher and Diddy and the whole Puffy Flavor Camp situation. Because why were these grown men sleeping in the same house with teenage boys? Anyways, y'all, the whole industry seems to be in shambles, and they're scrambling and scraping, as Diddy would say, to cover up their connection to Brother Love and his freak-off parties.
At that time, Puff was the biggest guy in the world. You know, you couldn't even get in his parties. So the way I would get in his parties, I show up with a camera. Like, yo, Puff, you need to document it.
Jamie Foxx is said to be panicking right now over his connection to Diddy's freak-off parties with much younger guys. And sources are saying Jamie is now distancing himself from Diddy because he might have some stories of his own about the wild things that went down at those parties. For a while now, people have been talking about Diddy being on the DL. And
now, Jamie Foxx was trying to disassociate himself. He was trying to. He was trying to do that shit before Jay-Z and his hairstyle. You see how Jay-Z disassociating himself? Jamie Foxx was already trying to. And this is why Diddy Glover allegedly tried to silence this motherfucker for good. You know what I mean? Jamie Foxx was so dead last year. He found out that heaven had a ghetto. Jamie Foxx was so deceased last year that he found out that heaven got a ghetto. You know what I mean? He was up there with Tupac and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Tupac. But that's how far that Jamie Foxx was, and then came back like a super clone hero. This is pure survival at this point. He was trying to get away from Diddy Glover because he knew he had evidence and tapes and residue. We got 1,200 people, man. This is pure survival. Y'all got to share this video. We must meditate and we must survive.
Brother Love and his freak-off parties.
At that time, Puff was the biggest guy in the world. You know, you couldn't even get in his parties. So the way I would get in his parties, I show up with a camera. Like, yo, Puff, you need to document it.
Jamie Foxx is said to be panicking right now over his connection to Diddy's freak-off parties with much younger guys. And sources are saying Jamie is now distancing himself from Diddy because he might have some stories of his own about the wild things that went down at those parties. For a while now, people have been talking about Diddy being on the DL and having a thing for younger dudes. And when I say younger, I mean illegally younger. Over the years, a lot of industry folks have been stepping up and throwing they've seen some next level stuff happening at Diddy's infamous house parties.
And I went to use a bathroom and there was a dildo on the bathroom sink. And when I came out, I asked him what's about. He like, that's homeboy's joint. You know, I don't know what it's about.
These whispers about Diddy.
And you see that? Cameron, what mean the world to you? My money, my car, my hop. Oh, what mean the world is you? Sexy and sweet with a nigga who eat how. Look, Cameron went to Diddy's party, and they mysteriously set a dildo in there. That was Diddy's way of making a pass. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to go pull out my pecker, and it's a whole pecker just laying on the counter. I pull out my pecker to see a pecker just right there, telling me, look, pick it up, sing on the mic, sing on the pecker. This is crazy. Cameron couldn't even go to Diddy's party and enjoy himself without having to be traumatized with a dildo that was pulled out of somebody's ass and set right there. This is pure survival at this point. Salute to the 1,300 people in here, guys. This is just traumatizing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't care about people's sexuality. All I care about is when you try to force it on somebody. If you set a dildo down with you know what I mean? You set a dildo down while I'm trying to use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to make a pass at me. That's like in state prison. In state prison in Pennsylvania, if you know what they told me when I went upstate? They said if you find a candy bar, that you got to watch a movie when you go upstate in you know what I mean, in Pennsylvania. You know, they'll tell you if you find a candy bar on your bed, you supposed to report the motherfucker, because when somebody set a candy bar on your bed in state prison, this means that they want that. They want that. Like, I like you and I want you. You know what I mean? That's what, if you find a candy bar on your bed, you better haul ass out that motherfucking cell. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna front. One time a motherfucker set a honey bun on my bed. When I first went to state prison, I didn't know what to do. I ain't gonna front. I was hungry as a motherfucker. My stomach was growling. I seen that fucking honey bun. I opened that bitch. I ain't going front. I ate that motherfucker. I walked out. I'm sitting outside my cell. I got the honey bun stains all over my motherfucking shit. I'm smiling and stuff. Motherfuckers is looking at me like, yo, did he just eat that honey bun? Do he know that eating that honey bun, they gonna want your honey buns for real? And when I found out, you know what I'm saying? Thank goodness the person that left the honey bun guys, he didn't get me. He wasn't about that life. He was really trying to help out, goddammit. But the next time I went to my next prison, Housedale State Prison, and I found a candy bar on my bed, I knew right then and there. I walked out into the day room. I set that motherfucking candy bar down. I said, listen, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Somebody left a candy bar on my bed, and I think it was very wonderful for someone to be that thoughtful, but I'll pass. I don't want to eat the candy bar. So I set the candy bar out in the day room. I set the candy bar out in the day room. I said, fuck all that. You ain't going to get me this time. Straight the fuck up. But that's what Cameron, like I said, Diddy Glover set a dildo in the bathroom to try to bait Cameron into a freak off. This is pure survival at this point.
Jamie is now distancing himself from Diddy because he might have some stories of his own about the wild things that went down at those parties. For a while now, people have been talking about Diddy being on the DL and having a thing for younger dudes. And when I say younger, I mean illegally younger. Over the years, a lot of industry folks have been stepping up and throwing. They've seen some next level stuff happening at Diddy's infamous house parties.
And I went to use a bathroom, and it was a dildo on the bathroom sink. And when I came out, I asked him what's about. He like, that's homeboy's joint. You know, I don't know what it's about.
These whispers about Diddy staying on the down low are no fresh news either. They've been floating around since way back in the 90s. Suge Knight even claimed that back when Tupac was alive, he wanted to expose Diddy because he allegedly worried about Diddy being around kids.
Because Pac felt he was real serious about the music. So if you're a producer or you rap, and regardless if you're married or not, and you got a boyfriend that works for you, a real boyfriend who used to be a dancer, Pac would studied all the facts. Pac was real smart. So before he say something, he'd go and do his homework. He'd say, okay, let's get...
And that's got to be crazy that Tupac knew that Diddy Glover was on the down low all the way back in 95. Tupac died in 96. You know what I'm saying? So this didn't just start. You know what I'm talking about? He knew back when he played in Poetic Justice that Diddy Glover had a couple brother lovers. You know what I mean? Salute to the 1,400 people in the building. Suge Knight said it. Diddy Glover had a boyfriend back then. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said if any artist want to stay an artist and don't want to worry about the executive producers hauling the videos, dancing, come to Death Row. This is real survival at this point.
Suge Knight even claimed that back when Tupac was alive, he wanted to expose Diddy because he allegedly worried about Diddy being around kids.
Because Pac felt he was real serious about the music. So if you're a producer or you rap, and regardless if you're married or not, and you got a boyfriend that works for you, a real boyfriend who used to be a dancer, Pac would studied all the facts. Pac was real smart. So before he say something, he'd go and do his homework. He said, okay, this guy right here, they say he gay, he go both ways. I'm not going to put it out there on him yet. But I'm going to do my research, and if it's true, the world should know. Because this guy might be around one of those little kids one day and mess around with them. And, you know, so I'm going to do it to actually...
See, and that's so thoughtful of Tupac. That's so thoughtful of Tupac. Tupac knew that it was weird that Usher and that Diddy Glover was having pajama parties before Kid and Play. He was having pajama parties with Usher and these little young kids jumping up on the bed and stuff. What are you? You 100 and something years old, jumping on the bed, fighting over cereal. Y'all don't think that shit was awkward? Everybody thought it was weird when Michael Jackson used to have the sleepovers. Michael didn't have a childhood. Michael didn't have a childhood. Diddy Glover did. You know what I'm saying? It was his way of grooming. It was his way of allegedly grooming. You know what I'm saying? And Tupac knew back then. And y'all know Tupac used to talk to us in the music. This is why we thought Tupac was alive for 30 years still. Motherfuckers still think Tupac somewhere in Cuba right now. You know what I'm saying? Because he spoke to us in the music. He was about to expose Diddy Glover. You know what I'm saying? He was about to expose Diddy Glover due to his untimely death. This is right here because he didn't like what Diddy Glover was up to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just thought it was personal. You know what I mean? Tupac really felt some kind of way about that. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all got to smash that like button. We got 1,300 people in the building. The likes, we got to make it make sense. When YouTube see this many people and the likes is low like that, YouTube even be asking themselves, what the fuck is going on? There's 1,400 motherfuckers watching this. This is pure survival at this point. You know what I'm saying? But Diddy Glover's behavior has been going on since the 90s. Since the 90s. This is pure receipts right here.
Since way back in the 90s. Suge Knight even claimed that back when Tupac was alive, he wanted to expose Diddy because he allegedly worried about Diddy being around kids.
Because Pac felt he was real serious about the music. So if you're a producer or you rap, and regardless if you're married or not, and you got a boyfriend that works for you, a real boyfriend who used to be a dancer, Pac studied all the facts. Pac was real smart. So before he say something, he'll go and do his homework. He'll say, okay, this guy right here, they say he gay, he go both ways. I'm not gonna put it out there on him yet. But I'm gonna do my research, and if it's true, the world should know. Because this guy might be around one of those little kids one day and mess around with them. And, so I'm gonna do it to actually save him from asking a little child.
Word on the street is that Diddy has been allegedly grooming young up-and-coming rappers and singers for literally decades. It all apparently kicked off when Usher, who used to be under Diddy's wing, opened up about how at just 13 or 14, L.A. Reid sent him to live with Diddy in NYC and join Diddy's flavor camp.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
camp.
was called. And you're going to go.
The man Puffy had a joint called Puffy Flavor Camp. Puffy Flavor Camp. Puffy Flavor Camp. You know how kids go to Boy Scout, like young boys go to Boy Scout and stuff like that? You got with Diddy, you had to go to Puffy Flavor Camp. Puffy Flavor Camp. We got 1,400 people in the building. Would y'all drop off your kids at a place called Puffy Flavor Camp? Surviving the fact that you know damn well you won't send your kids to a place called Puffy Flavor Camp. This man had a place called Puffy Flavor Camp. I'm just so traumatized from hearing this during survival. You know what I'm saying? And they dropped Usher off at that motherfucker. Said, look here, drop his ass off. Go over there and sing. You going to Puffy's Flavor Camp. So you didn't think that he was going to come out with a little bit of fruit in his cocktail? You didn't think he was going to come out with a little bit of fruit in his cocktail if he's going to a place called Puffy's Flavor Camp? This is pure receipts of evidence. I must pray for Jamie Foxx. I'm praying for you, Jamie, because you survived him last year. And now he's desperate and want to throw you in this shit. Even Howard Stern thought it was weird. And Howard Stern is a very weird white man. I'm not going to front. He say whatever he want, though. That motherfucker very graphic and nasty. And I ain't going to front. Howard Stern, the way they talk to that black woman on there, I'm not even going to front. Anytime I watch the Howard Stern show, and I gave it 10 minutes of my time, the black lady that they had on there, she used to just make me feel like slavery was back. Like, you just let them motherfuckers talk to you any kind of way up there. They really talked to her real disgusting. You know what I mean? Like, she was the black woman that you talk about putting your little white peckers in her face and her mouth, and she catching all these little white penises. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Howard had it under control. If the woman allowed that shit to happen to her, that's on her. But I couldn't stand her. I'm just gonna be honest. That's the part of the show I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Howard Stern, his honesty though, like not giving a fuck, that's why he wanted Usher. He was trying to get it out of Usher. Like, you telling me you got dropped off at a place called Puffy's Flavor Camp? Like, this, run that by me again. Howard Stern was instigating that shit. He was really instigating, knowing that that sounds very, so suspicious. I'm not dropping my kids off at a place called Puffy's Flavor Camp. Hell to the no.
Singers for literally decades. It all apparently kicked off when Usher, who used to be under Diddy's wing, opened up about how at just 13 or 14, L.A. Reid sent him to live with Diddy in NYC and join Diddy's Flavor Camp.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
When Usher was asked if Diddy's spot was just full of girls, he didn't straight up say it was all about that. And you could see he was weighing whether to let loose all the facts or not.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Usher admitted
And that's why Howard Stern purposely, he said, look, I know it was filled with orgies. Why would you say that? And you know that Usher was like 14, 15 years old. But Howard Stern made sure, he said, look, I know it had to be a bunch of orgies, you know what I mean, freak all stuff. That's why he was saying that. He didn't want to say with boys, but he was like, yeah, I bet you had chicks running around orgies. You know what I mean? Do you think it's appropriate to have an orgy in front of a child? Even the word orgy, when you mix it with a kid, no, that's very inappropriate. That's very inappropriate. And it seemed like Usher did not want to give a confession at that time. He was trying to duck and dodge that question. He was trying to duck and dodge. Like he was moving on skates at the motherfucking Super Bowl. That motherfucker ducking and dodging like he on them skates. You know what I'm saying? Like we got 1,400 people, man. This is pure survival at this point.
Usher was asked if Diddy's spot was just full of girls. He didn't straight up say it was all about that. And you could see he was weighing whether to let loose all the facts or not.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Usher admitted to seeing some really wild things going down at Puffy's Flavor Camp, even though he was too young to wrap his head around what was really going on. And while Usher never really spilled the beans on what exactly went down at Puffy Flavor Camp, he
Now look at that. There go proof right there.
things going down at Puffy's Flavor Camp, even though he was too young to wrap his head around what was really going on. And while Usher never...
Now let me show y'all something. This is how traumatized Usher was and confused that he was. Now notice what you notice in this picture right here. Notice what you notice in this picture. Usher was trying to hold Diddy's hand. He forgot that they was in public. He wanted to hold Diddy's hand and fight over cereal in public. Look at this. Look at that. Usher got his hand out. You know what I mean? Diddy's looking down at his hand, smiling like, dude, we in public. And you trying to hold my hand. You trying to hold my hand right now. And I'm not trying to blow my cover. I'm not trying to blow my cover. Look at that. Usher put his hands out and Diddy just looked down at it like, dude, come on. What is you doing? Like, this is pure survival right now. Even the security going to see us, the security behind us, and you trying to hold my hand. But I'm not mad at Usher for that because Usher was confused clearly at the time. Congratulations, Usher just got married the night of the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy for him that he survived Diddy's dungeon. You know what I'm saying? But Usher was confused at this time when he wanted to hold his hand right there. You got to notice the things. Now that we know what's going on and what happened, now you can go back and let it burn. You can go back and let it burn and look at certain things and listen to the music. You know what I'm talking about? Climax. Allegedly Usher wrote Climax about Diddy. That Diddy made him reach the climax. Headed nowhere fast. We reach the climax together. Now we're undone. Together run away till we separate. Oh, together now we're undone. He wrote Climax about Diddy Glover. You know what I mean? But I'm glad he got over the confusion. I'm glad he got over the confusion and he found love. He found love. You know what I'm saying? This is pure survival at this point.
really spilled the beans on what exactly went down at Puffy Flavor Camp, he did mention he was getting that per diem to chill with Diddy and other grown folks at his house.
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. You know, I had like, you know,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Now, no matter how you try to flip it, there's no excuse for a 14-year-old boy to be bunking with a grown man who's not his family and mixing with all sorts of shady characters who used to kick it with Diddy. But what's even more sinister is that Diddy once let it slip that Usher was even younger than 14 when they used to sleep in the same bedroom. In fact, Diddy said Usher was just 10 years old when they used to crash in the same bed and wrestle over the Frosted Flakes.
This is my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know?
Now look at that. He done slipped up. He done slipped up and said back in the day, him and Usher used to fight when he was 10 years old over cereal. Why would you fight a 10-year-old over cereal? Why didn't you just let him have it? You're a grown man, Diddy Glover. You are 113 years old right now. So at that time, you had to be every bit of 80-something or 90-something years old. Why didn't you just let Usher have a cereal? You know what I mean? The boy was 10 years old. You know, it wasn't 14. He said it out his own mouth. Diddy Glover said that he was 10 years old. This is pure survival at this point. You can't even eat cereal around this man. This man is crazy, man.
10 years old when they used to crash in the same bed and wrestle over the Frosted Flakes.
This is my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the Puff just said? Nobody's going to acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes.
Even Kevin Hart was traumatized at that point. Before Kevin got to where he was at and he just heard that, Kevin looked at his face. Kevin Hart just bursted. I'm talking about he just bursted out of nowhere. And this is the Kevin Hart, the soul playing Kevin Hart, the little chocolate little midget boy. This was that Kevin right there. And Kevin heard it and thought that was crazy. He like, am I the only one that just heard Diddy Glover just say that he wrestled with Usher when he was 10 years old over cereal? Like, he knew that was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is pure survival at this point. A lot of them people got to be quiet. That's the thing about it. That girl came out that said that Beyonce stole her publishing. Them people got to be quiet. When you go into Hollywood, like they can't just silence us. We can say what we want. They can ignore us. It costs them more money to sue us than anything. You know what I'm talking about? It'll cost them money. If you ain't got no money, what the fuck? Go ahead, send me to the credit bureau. I'm already there, motherfucker. I'm already at the credit bureau. You know what I'm talking about? My name and credit just don't go together. They just don't go together. It's like a bad outfit. They just don't go together. You know what I'm saying? But Kevin was devastated when he heard this. He was shocked. Like, whoa, Diddy, I don't think you were supposed to say that.
What the Puff just said? Nobody's going to acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid.
Yo, do you remember I Need a Girl and Diddy looking at Usher while rapping? You was more than my girl. We was like brothers. All night we would play fight under covers. I will never look at that line the same.
Wow. I never realized that. Diddy Glover had in the song, we were more than just lovers. We was like brothers when we used to wrestle with our peckers under covers. Yo, I'm not listening to that song again. So you know he was talking about Usher and that. Listen to that line again.
Oh, do you remember I Need a Girl and Diddy looking at Usher while rapping? You was more than my girl. We was like brothers. All night we would play fight under covers. I will never look at that line the same after this. Anyway, it seems like folks are finally tuning in to what's really the big deal here. It's not about Diddy's sexual orientation, and nobody's even batting an eye at whether he's into guys or not anymore. The real deal is about these accusations of him messing with boys. To be clear, no one has straight up stepped forward accusing Diddy of But there's a mountain of clips out there showing Diddy making young men feel all kinds of uneasy around him. Take Justin Bieber, for instance. He was sent to hang out with Diddy for 48 hours when he was just 15, and Diddy was 40.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but
Why you can't disclose what you was doing with Justin Bieber? Why couldn't you disclose? You took this boy for 48 hours and you telling me you can't tell where the hell you got my child for 48 hours? This is pure survival at this point. Justin Bieber looks so confused. This is when he had the little Justin Bieber, the little Justin Bieber hair in front of his face. You know what I'm saying? The one time, I'm gonna tell you, one time he had the one time Justin Bieber little thing. Where you know how the little white boy be. Don't do fucking dude. Yo, fucking dude. When you got the hair where you say fucking dude, you throw it out the way, you say fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? He had the fucking dude hairstyle. And the boy was confused. This is pure survival at this point.
and out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
Signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
But what 40-year-old man wants to hang out with a 15-year-old who's not his family for 2 whole days?
And that's just pure survival at this point. You know what I'm talking about? You got grown men that don't want to hang with their own fucking kids for that goddamn long. You know what I'm saying? And this is, I'm telling you, when you go back and look at the receipts, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Like I said, you know what I mean? Like, this is pure survival at this point. You know what I mean? Like, prayers for Justin Bieber, you know what I mean? I know he happy now. Most of them all happy now. Most of them all survived Diddy Glover. So if you notice how they all happy, you know what I'm saying? Making history like Usher did and all of that. Diddy is feeling alone. The man, did you see the last picture? Why y'all think I call him Diddy Glover? Because he looked like Danny Glover. So the man feels alone and he's aging as the days go. Diddy Glover is looking older and older. You know what I'm saying? As we speak right now, he just grew a piece of beard. As we speaking right now, he just grew a piece of beard. I can feel Diddy's grays growing right now. That's how traumatizing it is. I can feel what he's up to spiritually. Doesn't it sound like I'm being traumatized by Diddy Glover right now? This is pure survival at this point. You know what I'm saying? And man, like, so he's the only one that's not happy. So now he ready to take down the whole industry. He's been saying it, and I believe the man is about to do the shit. Because this is what I'm seeing. If he allegedly sent the feds, and now they question Jamie Foxx, Jamie already admitted to having tapes and recording tapes. Cassie already came out, gave her tapes over. They allegedly found some tapes over there. Well, they ain't find the tapes at Jay-Z in them house, but they said they raided the crib. So I don't know what's true and what's not, but this shit is all starting to unfold, and it's all making sense to me.
He said they would go crazy, but Justin couldn't even legally drink back then. So what exactly was Diddy's motivation to have him for 48 hours? On top of that, when Diddy and Justin ran into each other in a studio about a year after their 48-hour hangout, Justin looked extremely nervous while Diddy kept pressing him to say why he stopped responding to his calls.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Correct.
Why is that boy stuttering like that? Why is that boy stuttering like that? Justin Bieber was terrified at this moment. Diddy Glover ran up on him and said, yo, why ain't you been calling me? You know what I mean? Why haven't my hotline blinked? I know when that hotline blinked. Every fist I lift in city, Justin, I'm talking about you. Diddy Glover confronted that little boy, you know what I'm saying? Talking about why you ain't been calling me. Like he was a thought or one of his ex-girlfriends. You know what I mean? The boy didn't want to talk to you. He out playing with toys and riding his bicycle, things that young kids supposed to do. And you sitting there damn near running up on him on some gangster stuff like you got a gun under your jacket, talking about why you ain't been calling me. I would have probably doodled on myself too if I was his age. I'd have probably took a doodle. It would have smelled like shit in that studio. You ran up on me like that, Diddy Glover. It would have smelled like poop everywhere. Surviving the fact that it would have smelled like poop the moment you walked up on me like that, Diddy Glover. This is crazy.
Partners and whatnot.
Look how he walked up on that boy. That boy was scared than a motherfucker.
Justin looked extremely nervous while Diddy kept pressing him to say why he stopped responding to his calls.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah.
By the way, Diddy did the same thing with Usher and grilled him on camera to say why they stopped hanging out.
Something ain't right, y'all.
It's nothing like fellowshipping, So we see each other around, but we don't get it. Usher, how you been, man? I've been seeing you so long.
How much did we drink?
Hey, Nick. Hey, Diddy, you gone.
He don't even know what's going on. You trying to say something, Usher?
I'm trying to say something.
What do you want to say?
I don't know if I should, but I'm trying.
Well, we drank a little bit. You drank a lot.
Because you drank that whole can of beer.
Yeah, you drank that beer. You drank 2 shots of tequila.
Yeah, right.
You drank
Fired
1
up.
Kuiper Roast.
Let me say it fired up.
Yeah.
That's your group, right? Fired up.
I like that.
Fired up. Your forehead is sweating like Uncle Leroy.
Well, all this and more will allegedly be a part of the FBI's investigation into Diddy. And according to one viral blind item, Cassie has handed over a bunch of evidence to the feds, including description.
This is crazy, guys. The receipts is right here. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
And recordings of Diddy's.
And Cassie set it off. Y'all see that? Salute to the 1,500 people in the building. Cassie was first to turn over the tapes to the feds. You know what I mean? Cassie was first. It's saying it right here. I have to say allegedly, but it's saying it right here. And we got 1,500 people in the building. We are surviving Diddy Glover.
That's your group, right? Fired up.
I like that.
Your forehead is sweating like Uncle Leroy.
Well, all this and more will allegedly be a part of the FBI's investigation into Diddy. And according to one viral blind item, Cassie has handed over a bunch of evidence to the feds, including descriptions and recordings of Diddy's freak-off parties with other men. And allegedly, one of the men who took part in these freak-offs is Jamie Foxx. Over the years, we've heard Jamie brag in interviews about how back in the day he used to take a camera and record Diddy's parties. And keep in mind, this was the 90s. So Diddy and his guests were going wild because they didn't have to worry about someone pulling out a phone and exposing them on social media.
I'm following Puff, and his parties were like amazing. We were in Philly one day. I'd fly to Philly, town car, same business, go up. But Puff say this party, Playboy, this party right here, I see $1.5 million. That's go, what? You spent $1.5 million on this party?
What's also weird is that Jamie mentioned that Nick Cannon used to sleep in his house when he was 13 years old, which sounds like Jamie had his own version of Puffy Flavor Count.
Watch you benefit from it. Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch.
Wow.
13 years old.
And that's going to be the next person. Nicholas, I know you probably somewhere wilding out right now, Nicholas. But Nick, I'm telling you, Diddy Glover is going to probably come for you next. Diddy Glover is going to come for you next, Nicholas. I'm telling you right now, and you probably got 86 to 87 kids right now, Nicholas. He's going to try to come to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to need you to wild out, wild out. You got to turn into the locks. Because I'm telling you, Nicholas, he's coming for you next. Jamie Foxx is already telling. You was 13 years old and they had you, Nicholas. And then Diddy Glover is telling on everybody. He going to fuck around and tell on Mariah. He going to fuck around and tell on Mariah. The feds going to bust in her house. She going to be that motherfucker, sweet fantasy. Baby, now what's in the hide? You know that it's tasty. All of you. They're going to be like, put that motherfucker sit down, goddammit. Mariah, bring your ass on here. I know you still stuck in the 90s. Come on, you and the makeup artist. Let's go. They're going to get them all. This is crazy. Diddy is taking everybody down, goddammit. This is pure survival at this point. This is pure survival at this point. You know what I mean?
What's also weird is that Jamie mentioned that Nick Cannon used to sleep in his house when he was 13 years old, which sounds like Jamie had his own version of Puffy Flavor Count.
Watch you benefit from it. Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch.
Wow. Get out of here.
13 years old. He'd be in one part of the house. He's like, can I back in there? You can't fuck back in there. You can't come in there. He'd be like this, like this. He slept on the couch.
Fans are now speculating that Jamie Foxx might have seen and maybe even participated in some next level craziness at Diddy's parties, but he's keeping it tight-lipped. One fan said, and then Jamie ended up in a coma with no explanation. Same thing with Kim Porter's ex-husband Albie Shore. He started talking about how suspicious Kim's death was, and the next thing you know, Albie ended up in a coma too. I'm just saying. And someone else added, Diddy don't have to worry about anyone exposing him because he exposes himself. Jamie has been through something, and the powers that be did try to do something to him, and I think he conceded in some way. That is why he is back. Sources close to Jamie are also saying that Jamie is allegedly terrified of his own dirty laundry getting aired out now that the FBI has reportedly launched a secret investigation into Diddy's allegations. Yep.
Now y'all hear it. Y'all hear it right there. Y'all hear it. It's so, I mean, I don't know how much more I gotta tell y'all. You know what I mean? So the feds was already allegedly on Jamie Foxx because of Diddy Glover. You know what I mean? Because he was speaking about these tapes and speaking about these parties, and then he mysteriously just got sick out of nowhere and went into the hospital, and then they went on ahead and cloned Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? And since he survived, whether it's the clone Jamie Foxx or the real Jamie Foxx, one of them, they both survived somehow. And Diddy Glover is like, who am I going to take down? Y'all got to think about it. Who's going to be next? I'm telling you, Nicholas, if you listening to me, boy, I'm telling you right now, Nicholas, they coming for you next, Nicholas. You know, and you ain't want to speak about Diddy in a bad way. And that was funny, too. When they asked you about how you feel about Cassie and Diddy Glover, you kind of took up for Diddy Glover. You was like, yeah, you know, people was down with that stuff back in the day, and like now they just trying to tell on everybody. Nick, I kind of felt like you was saying that because you want to stay on Diddy Glover's good side. Nicholas, you want to stay on Diddy Glover's good side because you know he done seen you do shit from 13 on up. Oh, Diddy know everything about motherfuckers. I'm telling you, if somebody gonna take somebody down in the industry, Diddy is the wrong one to do it. That motherfucker, everybody done been to Diddy's parties. You know what I'm saying? Diddy say, fuck it, Shaq, you going with me too, goddammit. Shaquille, let's go. You know what I'm saying? He fuck around trying to tell on Barack. Say, Barack Obama was at my party too, goddammit. Come on, Barack. You and your smart talking self. Let's go, goddammit. Get in the bus. This is just pure survival at this point, man. But salute to everybody in the goddamn building. I appreciate you all. You know what I mean? And if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe because we survive over here. You know what I'm talking about? And this was a crazy, hideous, preposterous episode of Surviving Diddy Glover. Surviving Diddy Glover.